Hello, Nutjobbers. Long time no see. Hear from me. So Adam's over in Ireland. The boys back at the workshop are off being ill and all kind of medical emergencies. Hope that all sorts itself out soon. It's half term, so we figured that why doesn't young Sam show you around the workshop, see what's been going on. Maybe we'll take a spin up the barn as well and see what vans are hiding up there as well. Most of the vans you'll see have been in a video at some point, so check it out. Maybe consider subscribing, and then you'll get updates as and when we do more to them. This is Sam's first proper vid and first time editing, so internet world, be nice and maybe throw him a few likes. That'd be cool. So and then finally, yes, you'll see from this video we do have too many vans. It is quite simply an illness, and for that I don't apologize. Quite simply, I think we're going to need a bigger barn. Anyway, enjoy.
I have just finished school and I have come down to the workshop to see what's going on with the Nutjob stuff. Let's go. So, behind me here is the Mark 1 Caddy 1979/80. We got this about 6 months ago, and our plans for it, putting big tyres and swamping it up and possibly just doing a big safari thing on it, maybe. So my dad was doing this behind me. This is actually a Mark 1 Golf Caddy, but in America, which is where this is originally from, it is called the Rabbit. Isuzu. It's what my dad's been driving for about 13 years now.
Bulletproof, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. This is the BRU, Beer Recovery Unit. It is a Beetle, but we have taken other vans and slapped them on the back of it. It has been swamped with massive tyres, and the surprising thing about this truck car is it has a Suzuki Jimny engine in it.
It's in the wrong end.
This one was up in Gloucester.
It was like a regular Beetle, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah, just with Suzuki Jimny engine in the front.
At the back of a crew cab there, aren't we?
This is Futso. It's a 1970-ish.
Early bay crossover.
It's been raised. It used to sit very low down. You could hear the tyres on the little corners and stuff. This is the TriStar 6-wheeler. It has been made by a lovely old van that we used to call Fred. So we have the TriStar on the front, double cab. Fred on the back was a single cab. This used to be a original TriStar Synchro at the front. Right-hand drive, double cab. Rear windows on the back as well, they actually open.
Twin doors.
What we have done, we have taken a single cab rear axle and put it on the TriStar's axle, turning it 6-wheel. Let's go and see what John is up to.
Oh, mate.
What are you up to?
Want to get this old baby on the road?
It is. This is Goose.
60s splitty, not sure what year.
This was going to be Adam's van, but he chickened out, so now he's got Mojo. And it's been going to be swamped and made into a big safari van.
I've been making a safari bar for the front of it. I've been hanging the doors on it. They're all opening and closing now. We're making some side bars up on it. And yeah, basically all the bits to get it going. Straightening out the steering. The steerings are working now.
Oh, that helps.
It does. And just going to start making a list of parts we need to get it going.
Nice.
Check it out. What do you reckon, Sam? You want to nick that number? Should we nick the number plate off quickly?
Yeah.
I think you might need to ask the question, Sam.
Yeah, John, do you think you could lower it down a bit?
Absolutely.
Come on, Samuel.
Oh, that's it.
In his best overalls, Mum would kill me. that's off.
Nice. No, nearly in the plug socket. It's actually still in there.
Gosh.
Up there. Wiggle it up there. Here we go.
Oh, that's cracking. It's still in the actual thing.
Good, mate.
It's off. Let's go see Jazz.
That is Jono.
All good, mate.
This is the 1976 Crew Cab Bay.
Being remodelled by the Jazzy. They've done all sorts on this one, haven't they? So, well, this is the...
Halloween busts. I think missing quite a bit at the back.
Look at that. How much fun is this, Jazz?
This is a lot of work. It's not so much that, it's just working out, because it's half done.
What they were going to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've got the doors on, the doors closed. The dash is in, steering's in, wiring's half done.
Right back where it should be. We'll just leave it there. So that was the double cab. Let's come and have a look at what's just been primed. This is the 1965 Alberta bus from Canada. Just been primed.
Looking good, isn't it? We've got some lovely white walls to go on this with some newly painted rims. And she's going pearl white.
Two different colours or what?
Yeah, pearl white, and we're not sure about the top yet. So she was a local bus. She came in from Canada, and she sat in Worthing for a little while.
There will be more of this bus, but let's go check the yard, see what's out there. I almost forgot this one. This is a 2.4 litre, 5-cylinder truck with about 270,000 miles.
Jazzy's favourite.
We've even been camping in it. Right, so onto the car park. We still have a few to go, to be honest. I mean, it's quite a bit here. This is Nutjob, originally from Michigan, in a nice dark blue colour. It's got its name, obviously. Well, it's from Michigan, and as you can see, it's got a lot of bolts.
Oh, we did do a video on this in the past, didn't we? You could check out. She's only sitting here because we've just blown the master cylinders. Well, Adam broke it. A little bit to do. Anyway, let's go and catch up with Sam.
This truck is a twin slider from Doug. It's got South African lights on it, South African grille.
Got a few mods on there from Camper Van Culture as well. Got the old truck mirrors.
Right-hand drive as well.
Oh, yeah.
Rather rare.
But she's pretty slow at the moment, isn't she? So we're doing a vid at the moment, aren't we? Doing a series on this one. Because we're about to do what?
This truck here.
Oh, we nicked the, yeah. Oh, sorry, Sam, we nicked the things.
Oh, okay.
Shall I hold it? There we go, I got it.
So, in this truck here is a Subaru engine, 2 litre 16 valve.
Again, there's another vid on this one when we went and got it.
Oh, stinky.
Everything in the car park?
No. We have the land.
Oh, the Landy. It had a little bit of a fight with a hedge yesterday.
Oh dear. How have you managed that?
Who? Excuse me, Samuel? Samuel?
Was
Samuel?
that me? So I'm not going to say much about this truck. It's amazing. It's a Discovery 1 300 TDI. I love it. The best. Just the best. Oh, hang on. We have another one. So our next truck is the Sprinter, the big behemoth of trucks.
We did some changes, didn't we?
Did some
But
changes.
you've known this van for ages, haven't we? This is our camping van.
Yeah, we got it. Originally, it was just a normal truck. It luckily 4x4.
So we are in the process of building the roof box, or Kev's in the process of building the roof box for it. This is the latest addition to the Sprinter. Roof tent from the Devon Moonraker. Hey, Sam, that was your, what, second night in there? We're in sunny Devon at the moment. Was it good?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a bit cold to start off, but once you get under the duvet, you stay really warm, really dry.
It's worked well, hasn't it? So, there you go. Devon Moonraker, 100 quid from the boys at Slaughterhouse. Anyway.
So, that is pretty much it for the workshop. There's still the barn. There is one more thing though.
What do you remember, Dan?
Yes.
Doors help. Thank you.
But this is an old Montesa that we actually rescued from Spain. I'm hoping that I can one day get my hands on it.
Montesa 340.
So, you just saw me down the workshop on Friday, I think. It's now the weekend. I've ditched the school uniform. In the meantime, though, we have hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Woo! So we're going to head up the barn, aren't we, and see the rest of the trucks. And we have a trooper in the back.
Molly doggy.
It's a bit cold, isn't it, Sam?
It's freezing.
It's freezing. We are at the barn. So we've come up the barn today, and we decided to come and show you guys what's in the barn. The barn is where stuff comes to rest. I think it would be quite a nice way of looking at it. We've got stuff up here that's either awaiting renovation, had a little bit of renovation, or is just basically hiding out the winter whilst the old Sussex coast weather decides to pass on through. Anyway, without further ado, let's have a look at these vans in the barn. Check it out.
This is a 1958 left-hand drive split-screen panel van. Originally from Norway, it was sitting in a field with a water bowser in it, and then it was taken from Norway up to Denmark. My dad picked this up from his friend called Christian, and then he brought it home. It's had a very basic restoration on it. It's got a new floor, new chassis and rails. It's got a 1640 Beetle engine in the back. And besides the look of it, it is a working legal driving van, and it's also had an IRS, independent rear suspension modification to it. So hopefully it should drive really nicely.
I guess, Sam, as an original works van, it's got some lettering in there, like an E, and there is a bit more on it, which you can't quite see down the side here. Anyway, we're going to have a go at trying to restore that in, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Quite a nice finish to it. What's next then, Sammy?
This is Big Red.
What you guys call Big Red?
It's my favourite.
It's
Bit of bias there, but it's my favourite.
your van.
Oh, yeah. It's a 1970-ish, I should know that. Early bay on the front, and at the back it has a late bay.
Yes, yes.
Late bay, early bay. It's a panel van. It's a right-hand drive.
Pretty solid, isn't she? I've been using her quite a bit.
It's got a 1641 engine that Adam broke, but we've fixed it up. It's running, but it does have a broken seal in it at the back. So we are hoping to fix that, take it out of Big Red and put it in the Halloween van. Big Red has been used in a lot of things. We've helped build our house with it. We've moved a lot of van stuff with it. A lot.
So she's been pretty reliable, right?
Very reliable.
And now you're about to nick the engine out of it. Just temporary.
This van you'll probably see coming out at Christmas time because it's Santa's epic whip. I'm not going to tell you much more about this one, but you can see some clips of it. This van's got a bit of a scruffy interior at the moment. The seats are a bit torn up. It's got a bunch of stuff in the back.
That's panel vans, don't they? Generally get used for storage. But in general, she's pretty tidy. This is a lovely Scottish panel van that we picked up together, actually, didn't we, with the Sprinter, from Ayr in Scotland, from Rob McKenna. Hello, Rob. Again, company van up in Scotland, owned by a company called Warehouse Electrical, something like that.
What this van used to do, it ran around things from Bosch, like
Bosch and AEG, is it washing machines and
washing
stuff?
machines.
But it was, 60s, so this is a 1967, February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Yeah, so originally we bought it with all the bits, all the parts. She's had full renovation. A lot of the original paintwork, a lot of the original sign writing was on her. The trouble we've got at the moment, even though we had the original registration number, we found a receipt inside when we were doing the first renovation that had a petrol receipt for a company called Galander's up in Scotland, and it had the reg number on it. So we thought that was really good validation because it's pre-DVLA registration, and DVLA are having none of it. So even though we've got registration number that shows it buying petrol in 1968, we've got the original serial numbers are all on it. We have checked it out with the Split Screen Van Club of the UK. The DVLA are being a real pain in the
Rumpa.
That's exactly the word I was going to use, Sam. I'm glad you used that one because I didn't have to beep it out. So it's a real shame because actually she's a lovely van. Let's say 1967 panel van, so would have had a double bench and a single seat in there in the front. And she has been used around Scotland delivering stuff, and people know of the van. We've yet to track down any pictures because that would hopefully help our case. But yeah, DVLA are being a bit troublesome, shall we say. Other than that, she's all running, driving original van, right-hand drive panel. So anyway, fingers crossed, DVLA come to their senses and we get her out and
Driving.
out and about, out and driving. Cool. So this brings us on to Swedish, or what we call Swedish. So an original late bay single cab that I picked up. Again, I picked up actually from Denmark, funnily enough, not from Sweden. She has got the original Flyer gearbox, so the longer range gearbox, and also the original engine, 2-litre engine. We took out the electronic fuel injection, purely because the parts for those are getting a little bit more scarce, and just put her back to a regular single carb. She goes beautifully. There is a video on this one, if you want to go and have a look. Me and young Adam messing around and driving her about. So that will be on our channel. Anyway, let's go and have a look. We've made an upgrade. She's got these lovely LED halo lights in her. She would have originally, in Sweden, had jet washers to clean the lights, because she was a Swedish van, obviously a lot of snow and mess and stuff. But yeah, innovation wise, it's amazing how different these vans drive from that of the earlier vans. So she's very late, in fact. The only trouble we've got is that she was starting to get used a little bit back at the works, and she's just in too nice a condition to be used as a shop truck. So she will no doubt be up for sale in the spring.
Porsche 924, bought fairly recently. There is a video on this one.
Yeah, Michael came down and helped us to have a look at this one, didn't he? But yeah, well,
1979. It has a Volkswagen LT engine in the front.
Yeah, it's kind of like an LT Audi collaboration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Check out that interior, Sam. Look at that. Talk about psychedelic. But this is one of your faves, isn't it? You like this one?
I love it.
So, but she's running, driving.
Brakes are seized, which is a pain in the bum.
Brakes are a bit seized,
I've always
yeah.
wanted to drive it.
But she's tax and MOT exempt. Hopefully, a quick project before Christmas, I reckon. Get her out, we'll go for play.
This is a 1970 original early high bay.
Yeah, so original factory early high bay.
Yeah.
From Francais. Well, this has a sort of a first kind of refurbing it at the moment, but she's all running and driving, doing her thing. A few little specs coming through, so she'll have a bit of a redo over the spring. So, but yeah, original high bay, and that's the thing, we don't know. Or was it two options with this one? It was either
a French bread truck giving out the goodies to the villagers,
French bread van,
or it was an army truck
giving out the grenades. Yeah, I know which one I prefer. There we go. So, yeah, original high-bay factory. So you got twin seats, as it were, with a walk-through. And originally, this one came from, we picked her up in Cornwall. She was being used as a camper van, so she had windows and stuff quite crudely put in, and we decided to redo the windows. So interior is still as was, needs a bit of loving to say the least, but ultimately a good high bay would actually make a really solid camper. So there she is, 1970 high bay. We're thinking maybe as a shop truck, nice sticker van, flog some stickers out the back, who knows.
It was a 1963 council van in Italy, so it did not do much at all.
What, because it was council van?
Yes.
Very little miles.
Yeah.
We bought this one from
Valencia.
Yeah, we actually bought it from Spain, didn't we? She's had a pretty comprehensive resto. So, Red 9 suspension kit underneath this one. Fully refurbished engine from the Volkswagen engine company.
Yes.
In London. Yeah, and a fly gearbox. So, as a combination, it drives beautifully with the Red 9 suspension kit as well. But again, too good for us. One that will be going in the spring. We've got 69 or 70 Beetle.
Yeah, that's a 1970 Beetle.
That somebody decided to take a paintbrush to paint, what, bright pink.
Ugly. Inside and out.
With a paintbrush.
Yes.
But she's all solid and running, engines in there, and she's not in too bad a condition. So I think this is going to be a simple resto turnaround, maybe before Christmas.
Ooh, yeah. So under here on the bonnet, probably the best bit of the car right now. Because of this, I've nicknamed this car Percy.
Someone's artwork. The whole thing with a paintbrush. But anyway, we'll put her back to this lovely sort of sky blue, baby blue. Someone can have the pleasure.
This is a 1988 Volkswagen T3 California Westie Vanagon. It's not had much done to it, to be honest.
No, it was a local van, and
Condition when we got it.
yeah, she'd looked after it, a lady that had it locally, and we got it from Douglas. Yeah, really, she had a few bits of repair to do, which we've done, but she's such a very original van. Yeah, anyway, actually, there's a couple of vids on this, 3 vids in fact, I think, of this one. So if you want to go and have a look at a bit more detail of this one, you can go and check her out on the channel. 1.6 diesel, not the quickest of vans, but will get you to your camping trip eventually. This is a 10-year-old dog, soon up for grabs.
No, he's mine.
Oh, is he staying?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's staying.
We have, in the back of the workshop here, Nutjob. So she arrived in last week, and she's here for her winterization and strip down. Because we have, just over here, the new hole for her. So, exactly the same hole as this rigid, what they call a rigid raider. Would have originally had Marines running off the front of it with machine guns. That's not really our style, is it, Samo? So yeah, the dub tub, she's back in, and you want to go and do a quick interior, Sam?
Yeah.
Here we go. So what we got? Steering wheel.
Very important.
Throttle.
But more important is the cup holder.
Oh yeah, drinks holder, very important.
Very important.
Phone holder.
Put it hold up here.
Throttle.
Little compass here as well.
Compass, yeah.
Radio.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, steering for the 80 Yamaha engine. So, there you go. That's all got to come out and go on to dub number 2.
This is the late 60s Ariba puck.
It is a Ariba puck. Used to be owned by Mr. Kev. Beautifully original and in great condition. Should we have a look inside?
Yeah.
Sam's in. Again, there is another review on this one. You can have another look, kind of in the daylight, but it's pretty cozy, Sam, isn't it?
Really cozy, to be honest.
So it's a good sort of double berth there, and then you got your usual sink and stuff under there, I'm guessing. Yeah, hob, sink, nice. And you can sort of tow it behind any of the small trucks, or even any of the big trucks, obviously. But
Yeah.
she's small enough that she doesn't take much to tow. But yeah, very original Ariba. Quite sought after, aren't they, really, in the Volkswagen community?
Yeah. You cannot forget the fridge.
Oh, yeah. Fridge, all important fridge. Check it out.
There has been.
So it wouldn't have originally had a fridge. That's an aftermarket job, but a very good aftermarket thing to have. So we also, up here at the barn, have quite a lot of components, as it were, and in our spares. Check out our panels at the top, seats. There's even a Samuel over there, look. Yeah, check it. There's quite a few spares kicking around up here. Last 2 in here then, Sam. Oh, you on safari, mate?
Yes.
Looking the part. Go shoot some rhino? Maybe not. So, this is a 78 Land Cruiser HJ45. So, yeah, you can see it's got this beautiful condition rear canopy, sort of bespoke canopy on the back of it. It's obviously storing lots of tyres at the moment. 3.6 litre,
Yes.
straight
Diesel.
6 diesel engine. And let's say she's in beautiful condition. So again, DVLA having a few problems with the old registration on this one. So we'll keep you updated on this, but it would be lovely to get this out for the winter, I think, or summer. So should we start her up?
Yeah.
Last one on the pile, Sam. We've got 1987 Land Rover Defender 90, 200 TDI, so 200 diesel. She is one that, again, fuel driving. She needs a new rear cross member, as most of them do. But yeah, she was swapped for a load of welding work we did for James's Docker. Very nice little Defender, becoming a little bit more tricky to get hold of these original vans nowadays. So comes with a free Samuel.
No.
Job done, Sam.
Yeah.
That's it. Marley,
Wait, no.
Marley, job, what's that?
Camper ink.
Oh, very true. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So this really is the barn. This is the old barn. Got a couple of Jazzy's projects over there, look. We've got the bottom of the dub tub there, which is the bottom of the Devon. She's sitting there. Old caddy. She's all running and driving. We got a lovely tin top project there for somebody, right-hand drive tin top. Actually in pretty good nick. Old high top over there. But this is what we brought you in the barn for. Now, you're either going to be impressed or you're not going to be impressed. I think that's the truth of it, right, Sam?
Yeah.
You either know what you're looking at or you don't. And in fact, it's a real shame, Sam. There's a big hole in the roof that wasn't there before, which means the van is getting rained on. That's a shame. So this is Kemperink, which ultimately is, we've got, so single cab at the back, isn't it?
So yeah, it's a Kemperink. They've taken a single cab and a crew cab.
That's it.
They've taken them, they've cut them in half, kind of like what we did with the TriStar. They've taken the crew cab, cut that at the front, and put a single cab onto the back of it.
So we've got full length single cab, full length, as it were, crew cab. We have got a lovely cut that we've just found for this one, which we need to get on fairly soon because she's in a bit of a sorry state at the moment. So the fact that she's getting rained on at the moment is not great. So I think we'll get a tarp on her and get her at the workshop. But yeah, so this was originally owned by Just Campers. And what they've actually said to us is once we get the renovation on the go, they will sell us all the parts we need at cost, which is jolly nice of them. Anyway, before she gets any worse, I think we need to get her in and doing. Result. That was the barn. We've recovered Red. She's on the back, good to go.
Very badly on the ramp, mind you.
She fitted. She didn't fall off. And we're back to the workshop. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed a quick look around the barn of what's going on. We've got to work out what we're doing with it next, right?
Yeah.
All right. See you soon, guys.
See ya.